laugh for love. I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I'll snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if
Sorry
I've
guys, we're
been
just
the
going to add
very
20
fraction
minutes
by
to the
your
timer. One second,
side?
sorry.
What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
Should I be scared? The feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble or sail away? Or would you have me stay? And what if I escape? I know
I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're
Twins, we are starting now. Um, So we got more baseball news. One sec. Making sure everything is set, good, and ready to. So I'm not retaking it. So yeah, we're going to chat for like 10 minutes maybe. And we got some baseball news. Yeah, we should start it now because the video is, how long is it? 40 minutes? 48 minutes of the video. So yeah. And then I might get play some other games. We will, yeah. We will play other games, so if we haven't come, I don't, I'm not going to time this maybe. I should time it, but I won't. Now we actually have some gameplay news, so that's good. I am going to put the 10-minute timer on, forget chatting, and then we will actually start. Yeah. We might play some House Flipper after this, so yeah. Look, we will play some House Flipper after this. So yeah. This news is actually better than the last news. It's so much better that I like it so much. Making sure my PC is set up. If you'd like to make this happen. Yeah, so the news was really good. It was really helpful. They started live streaming it. If you guys didn't catch it, we are going to rewatch the live stream. Um, Now, do you guys, oh yeah, you guys are not saying anything about this, so I'm going to put this back up here, my second camera to light up my room, light up my face. Let me know about that camera too, the light, I mean, if I need to dim anything or anything, but it should be okay. If not, I will change it up and we will do something. I can change up the brightness on the camera maybe, or move it slightly back like this. The bright light, but it's really good to bright up my face. The room is pretty bright too. I'm actually going to change the color blue. I like blue. So yeah, got more news, so that's good. This news, so next Tuesday we will have more news. So same time, 6. So I'm guessing because I work to like yeah, because we're not doing much. I will be pushing the live stream a little back. Might not start at 4. I might start. Let me see. 'Cause I've been I'm tired after sometimes, and I don't feel like we're doing a live stream. You know what? Yeah. So I might not push the live stream away. Or we do a live call right when it happens. I don't know. I don't know if I could get in trouble from that. So we are going to stick with this. We watching at the end. I might be. It's only like a short little video, and then we will play games after. Tonight, I'm gonna play some more House Flipper for sure. 'Cause I love House Flipper, and that game is super fun. Yeah. Like, there's some other stuff that I really want to get into, but I have to do a lot of things tonight. But yeah, mostly want to get my live streaming set up a little bit more better. Like, yeah, this news is a lot more better. Now tonight I'm gonna play some MLB 21 baseball tonight, but I can't stream it, so going to try a new thing that they not a new thing that they added. I'm going to try that new pitching again. I did not know how that worked. Now I know from watching this video, so that's good. I'm gonna do one more thing before we start. So yeah, no, I'm starting. I get need one. So yeah, um, yeah. So I will once we stop watching this, I'll flip over to the baseball. I can leave time zones, I guess. I have to find out how to leave time zones in these videos and live streams, so you guys can so you can watch it at that time, and all you're getting is baseball, and then if you want to watch House Flipper or something, alright. But tonight is House Flipper. I'm gonna get into some House Flipper, and then we will play like some other stuff. But yeah, this news is much better. I like this news a lot better than others. I should have started that one sec. I'm going to start a software that is going to ban all those. Do that again, buddy, and you will get timed out. I'm actually starting that software again. So if you want to say that again, say it to my face. I don't like when you guys do that. Like, you're lucky I didn't start the software, buddy, or I would have banned that. Software's up, so if you want to type that again, type it again. I have to make sure the software is signed into my user. Not saying it is. But yeah, It's gonna be a fun time if you guys want to watch some baseball. I'm getting my baseball news really good. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to log on my Twitch for a sec to find out what my password is. But yeah, like, don't get me wrong. You're not self-promoting my channel. That's a big no-no. I don't like when things happen like that. This is why I'm trying to find my second. Wait a minute, what's this? Welcome. I have to read about this. When was this? Give me 1 second, guys. I have to read about this news. Give me 1 second. Let me read about this news and then we will talk to you guys a little bit more. Get 1 second. Sorry, guys. No music. Wait 1 minute. Sorry about that, guys. I don't care about it. Now we have to do something. So give me 1 second to find one more thing. But yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna do a lot more things. Why isn't it not? Oh, here we go. So if you send those email again, I will temporarily ban you. Give me a sec. I have to log into my my one that have my Twitch. Because honestly, I need my tweet. Not now. I do this a lot. I closed out the one that I have to have. And I shouldn't, because this is the one that is certified me on Twitch. This is my Twitch one. And we have a. Oh, we stopped. The timer's going to go now, because honestly, it can go. But I'm still going to work on my Twitch. Token. There we go. That should be good. I'm going to test out some things. 1 sec. Make sure it works. I don't need it working today, but at some point. Why is it not typing? But still thinking, guys, maybe. Fail to send. Okay, give me 1 second. We're going to do this again. Give me 5 more minutes. Sorry, guys. I want to get my streaming thing set up before we start. I don't want to do this, but I have to. Oh wait, yeah, I have to redo this. So that get token. 1 sec. I thought we already got the token one. No, we don't. Get token then. I hate when this does this. 1 sec. Well, at least I have to make a Twitch file or something. Because this is driving me nuts. This is such driving me nuts doing this. I don't know why it kicked me out too. Like, it shouldn't kick me out of Twitch. Get token. There we go. Okay. There we go. So everything is working. If you guys want to keep on sending those stupid little things in my chat, we will ban you from my chat. Might not ban you, but time you out. Keep it up and I will have the power to do it. Get making sure everything is good. Good on it. Good on it. You know what? How about we get started? Let me close out that. Close out that. Sign back into Twitch. Close out that. Really, Lucas? And you're watching my stream. Don't stream and watch my stream, okay? You're in here. Lucas, are you still in here? Hey, Jordan. Lucas, are you still here? I know you're here because I heard my voice. Don't watch my stream if we're going to stream it because it goes in your background, okay? Because when it's in your background, people won't like that, and I kind of don't want my voice in your background voice, okay? You know. But I'm only going to stream for a little bit, not that long. Let's get right into. We can talk after too. Okay, guys, watch this video. Now, I'm going to probably skip all this. Because, honestly, they give us a timer for that. So, and we already waited for a little bit. So, we will wait for that many minutes. And then, once they start talking, we will show you. But yeah. Really good news this time. I'm happy. Wait, what's this? Look at these plays. They're sick plays.
Welcome, everybody, to the first of many feature premieres. I'm your host, Ramon Russell. I will be joined by various members of the development team. What's a feature premiere, you ask? Well, it will be a video where we will break down the deets and goods on all of the new things coming to MLB The Show 21. When can you watch them? You can watch them every Thursday leading up to the launch at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Where can you watch them? You can watch them on Facebook, YouTube, and
I don't know when they do these at that second. I don't know if they do this at this time, if I can stream it like when they are doing it. I'm probably gonna wait for like when they're done and when it's posted like
Twitch.
this.
So let's get right into it. I am joined today by Kyle Saul, gameplay producer. We're going to talk about gameplay styles, pitching and hitting.
Awesome! I
Can it
can't
come
wait.
par? What the heck is par? We're going to find out. Pinpoint
I didn't
pitching and a few little surprises. So
can't
Kyle,
wait.
please introduce yourself to the people.
What is going on, everybody? I am absolutely pumped to be here and excited to talk about the hitting and pitching improvements to MLB The Show 21 and welcome all our new users to MLB The Show 21 as well.
That's right. And some of the things we're going to be talking about today is specifically designed for new users. So this is the first of 6 total.
I'm not a new user, but I haven't played an MLB game since last year when 20 came out. So I'm not that new, but I haven't played a game. I'm checking out the beta and it feels nice. But yeah,
Total feature premiere episodes. Today's pitching and hitting. Next week we're going to be talking about fielding. But let's
can't wait when they talk about fielding because I was playing the test. Wait, yeah, the fielding wasn't that good in the game. I haven't played it for a while, so I don't know how it is.
get back into it. Let's talk about gameplay style. So Kyle, we are looking at the gameplay style screen. This is the first screen you're going to see when you boot up the game, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have a new way to select your gameplay styles, your difficulties, and favorite teams. And the video that you guys are taking a look at will show you that new process as well. So you're going to hop in, set your gameplay style first. And if you take a look, we got casual, easy, fun, pick up.
I'm definitely going to pick casual. And once I get better, because it's on Xbox, once I get better learning the pitches and all that, I will put it to dynamic mode, dynamic thing, the one that it adjusts it for your play sound. I might put that on too.
And play experience, emphasis on learning the game. We want you to go in there, have a good time, freely experiment with all our interfaces and new features without feeling too much stress. Simulation, our authentic MLB experience that plays true to player and team ratings with a combination of user input as well. And this is what you guys are used to, our authentic experience. You grind on it in franchise. Pretty solid right there. And competitive, user stick skills reign supreme, and our online head-to-head default. And we're doing our best to make sure no randomness, no exploits, no spammable interfaces, anything like that in that setting.
Right. So let's take an even a deeper dive there. So it's not just you're picking how you want to play the game. Like casual serves 2 purposes, right? That's where your onboarding is, and it's a funner experience. And what's really important here, especially with casual and competitive, they did not exist before this year. The engine on the back end actually changes if you pick these 2, right, Kyle?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Ramon. You can kind of think of gameplay styles as a difficulty, except what we're adjusting here is the AI tuning, balance, and scaling for things like bunts, check swings, contact swings, and steals. And so what we did there with the casual mode is we wanted the feeling of less stress while still learning baseball and understanding the baseball concepts. So an example I can give you is if you have a fast runner on first, maybe they've stolen 2 or 3 bases that game, that pitcher's going to want to pick over, keep that guy in check. And as a new user, we don't want you to feel that stress. We want you to be able to take a lead and learn how to steal, learn how to take those bases. So that's kind of the stuff that we're trying to do. A good way to think about it is the CPU is not trying its hardest to beat you. You can fool around, and the CPU won't be spamming to counter your play. So it's really a theme of just less stress there with that casual setting.
Right. So simulation has always been in the game, and simulation has always been like a 50-50 split between user stick skills and player ratings. But what's new this year, and it's just
You know what, guys? I know this is off topic, I'm actually going to do the basketball tonight. We're doing a Toronto Raptors basketball tonight. If you guys want to watch, that's what we're going to do tonight.
This should make the competitive online crowd very happy. Is that competitive? It's not 50-50, right?
No, sir, not anymore. We tried to put pretty much everything we could on the user, from check swings now to your inputs on the pitching meter. We tried to widen that gap between good and bad input. You know, we have our strict rules in there to prevent exploits and spamming, reducing all randomness with wind off, limiting those fielding errors that you would see, and you know, especially those punishments with when you're trying to bring in pitchers from the bullpen with low energy. You know, they're going to fail the closer they get to zero. We really want you to have to pay attention as much as you can to baseball strategy.
So those are gameplay styles, and
I'm pretty good with that, taking out a pitcher if it's tired. I'm pretty good at it, but I don't know how people play it. Like I take them out when they're like red. Oranges, I get a pitcher ready from the bullpen. But yeah, that's cool.
now we are jumping into difficulty levels. So Kyle, let's talk about dynamic difficulty and any other difficulty changes.
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with beginner, and maybe we will put it on dynamic level, and that improves the level how I hit. It's a good one. I think most sports games should put this in the game. Like NHL should, for sure. FIFA should, because it adjusts your difficulty. Now I know soccer does, I think. I'm guessing soccer does,
That will be
but
taking place
baseball
with
is good.
MLB The Show 21.
Yeah, so a new addition to the game selecting your difficulty this year is the ability to choose your difficulty, All Star Hall of Fame, and then be able to dynamically set it from there. So, you know, in a lot of situations, and speaking from just personal, I'm like hovering between All Star Hall of Fame, and I never know exactly where to go. So I set All Star, but I think I'm too good. I set Hall of Fame, I get beaten. Now I go All Star Dynamic, and then I can watch myself progress up to Hall of Fame, or maybe unfortunately move down to veteran.
You know you're a veteran player, man. We don't
Come
have
on,
to. We're all friends here. We're all
disrespect.
Friends here. We're all friends here. So that's new. So that is gameplay styles. Those are the changes to dynamic difficulty and difficulty level. Remember, if you're picking up the game for the first time, especially for our Xbox fans, you're probably going to want to just choose dynamic. And dynamic is going to essentially create a difficulty.
Definitely be choosing that because I want to know about it. I played it before and I did not like it, but you know what? I'm going to suck it up. If I lose, I lose. Like, I do this in a lot of games. I change the difficulty and I suck, and I need to improve in my baseball, so that's what we're going to do.
Level personalized for you to help you learn and get better at the game. Or you could just, start on legend and get crushed by the CPU. It's all up to you. The choices in your hands. All right. So we've talked about gameplay styles. We've talked about difficulty levels. Now let's talk about pitching and hitting. But before we do, let's jump into some gameplay and let's talk about check swings, a community contentious topic. We've made some changes to check swings. Kyle, what are those?
So yeah, you got it right, Ramon. We spent quite a bit of time and effort improving check swings for MLB The Show 21. You know, we want that check swing animation to match user input as much as possible, and we made a number of changes this year that we feel do just that. So we fixed some general issues with the animation-based system that we have by putting in some upper and lower limits. So essentially that means fewer borderline check swings, more early, more late. You know, we found out we were being pretty generous with that check swing call, and we got more generous as the year progressed. So, you know, we made adjustments there. We also, to I think everyone's satisfaction, removed discipline completely from the equation and a few other rules that were making that check swing result inconsistent.
Right, so removing discipline from the equation for our new fans and people that might not be too familiar with the game, let's break that down. A player's discipline rating would influence your ability to check or not to check. So we've taken that out the game, and now it's one.
That's a really good idea to take it out of the game because I've been checking. I do have the beta and it I don't know if I should say it, but it's not good, but once the full game comes out, it should be a lot better. I think it should be. It's only in test phase, so they are testing it out. But when the full game comes out, I bet it will be better.
100% on the user, correct?
Yep, 100% user controlled. And that's, that's going to really be important as you're playing in that competitive settings. Personally, I don't know how much a check swing you can train yourself. I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there that think they can do it. I'm terrible at it myself. I don't think you're very good either, too, Ramon. So, maybe it's a trained skill, and if it is, we're going to find some people that are going to get really good at this. So that's what we wanted to do. Put it on you guys.
I'm a check swing king, man. I don't know what you talking about. All right, so we talked about gameplay styles, pitching, check swing. Speaking of swings, hitting. So we're going to pull up a little graph here, and this is going to show you the very vast majority of swings from the totality of MLB Show 20. We're talking billions upon billions of swings. And as a development team, we were really satisfied with how the hitting engine shaped out throughout the totality of the year. Is that correct?
This looks amazing. So perfect. Is that a good hit? Is that a late hit? Is that? I like that. It all depends on your difficulty settings too, I think.
Yeah, you're spot on with that assessment, Ramon. We went into 20 making sure that perfect contact grading was hovering around 850, and through the course of the cycle, we maintained that average throughout, and we were really, really excited about that. With good timing, good contact, we're above 500, and most importantly, I think the weak and okay contact are not being rewarded close to as highly as they used to be in the past. Those numbers are around 230 for okay and just above 120 for weak. We're really happy and excited with the way that we separated the contact grades, and they fall kind of right in line with what we're looking and our expectations for those.
All right, and so again, we're never satisfied. We will, when the game comes out, we will be working. We will make changes based off of the data and the feedback because we're always listening. But that didn't mean we didn't make some changes. Didn't we touch on foul balls?
We did touch on foul balls. We made our perfect foul balls 99+ percentage fair now. They were at 98, so we made them 99+. So it's the little things like that, always looking to find those ways that we can improve our features that we've added in.
All right, so that is pitching, hitting, and gameplay styles. All right, Kyle, we're going to talk about par. What is par? Why is par? I think I know why par is. One of the biggest pieces of feedback we heard all year was when I'm pitching online or offline and I get what I think is a perfect meter, a perfect input, the ball goes nowhere where I want it to. Now, granted, pitches aren't super duper accurate, but some are. We got some guys out here dealing in the major leagues. Not everybody's Greg Maddux, we know that. But was par put in the game to deal with this feedback?
Absolutely, Ramon. We want to set expectations for our user, and par, perfect accuracy region, it does exactly that. So the most important thing that you guys are going to want to know about par is that it represents the area that your ball can go when you execute your pitching mechanic perfectly.
That's amazing. Now, when I was playing the testing, it actually was amazing. It was good.
It's offered with analog, meter, and pinpoint pitching, and the goals behind par is really just the awareness of the differences in pitch interfaces, the differences in pitchers, the differences in difficulties, and just the expectations for a perfect result, which we weren't doing before. Par is affected by your energy, your confidence. Your curveball in the first won't look like your curveball in the seventh. And some of the cool things that it does in Road to the Show is it highlights your progression, and it also gets to show off the perks and quirks that particular player has. So that's pretty awesome.
Right. So we're basically like as you pick your pitch, there's a little shadow around the ball. And what this is displaying to the end user, input is perfect. This ball will land somewhere within this region.
Yep, you got it right.
Okay.
It's perfect for pitch strategy and helping you locate pitches in the zone and on the black. Now that you have an expectation for your perfect result, it will definitely help you aim your ball within that zone. And so when we take a look here at some of these images, you can see that the pinpoint on fastball on your rookie is essentially a pinpoint. It's almost impossible to see if we were to zoom in on it, and there's not much difference between that curveball on rookie either. So those are pretty tiny accuracy regions, and obviously expected on the rookie level.
Right.
And then you go take a look at that fastball on legend, and you can definitely see that your accuracy is a little bit bigger, and obviously way bigger on that curveball, a little bit more difficult to throw. And it's even important to note that a curveball doesn't need to necessarily land in that zone to be an effective pitch. The whole point of an off-speed pitch is to mix in speeds and catch that batting user, off balance.
Right. And this really goes back to I'm playing MLB The Show 20. I choose a curveball. I'm putting it in the dirt, and my input looks like it's almost perfect, and I end up hanging that curveball. Now, if I get that perfect input, that ball is going to fall within the region of that shadow, correct?
Yep, yes, sir. 100% of the time.
And that shadow is going to shrink and grow based off the pitcher, the pitching interfaces I'm using, the difficulty that I'm playing on, how much energy he has, how much confidence he has in that pitch. So you're going to see that shadow shrink and go throughout the game and as I go through different pitches, correct?
Absolutely. And it just highlights and really helps you with pitching strategy. It does so many cool and unique things that it's probably one of my most excited features to get in the game.
Awesome. We are looking at Blake Snell's pitches. So Kyle, what are we looking at?
So yeah, like you said, we got Blake Snell's 1 through 4 pitches, and just a little bit of information here. A pitcher's number 1 pitch type is normally way better than their 4th or 5th pitch type. Every pitcher is different, and it's possible for some to be closer in others, but they'll definitely vary between 1 through 4. So in these images, you can see Blake Snell's fastball has a pretty tight little perfect accuracy region, which is phenomenal and what you can expect with a fastball. But when you take a look at that curveball, his perfect region is quite a bit bigger. However, just make sure that you keep in mind, a curveball can still be effective even if it's not within that region. So maybe you don't get perfect, but you get good. It still can throw them off, and your accuracy will still be relatively close to that region as well.
So Kyle, does par expand past perfect? Like, can we extrapolate that if I'm not perfect, but I'm really good, that maybe it's going to land in a little larger area of that circle? Or am I in the no man's land where I'm not sure where my pitch could end up landing?
No, there's definitely a possibility that you can come close to that perfect region, though, the whole point of our interface is to set our expectations, and we can definitely set that expectation for perfect, but there's a lot of other inputs going on. So, we're only guaranteeing that perfect result for you, but know that a good executed pitch will still fall relatively close to that area.
Right. So speaking of pitches, we're looking at his pitches, and this is something a lot of people might not know. When you're selecting your pitches, they are listed in the order of how often they threw that pitch last year. And that corresponds with basically the effectiveness and how often they threw it. So Blake's fastball, that's the pitch that he threw the most and has the most control with, right, Kyle?
That's correct.
His curveball, that's going to be the last pitch on the list. That's basically telling the user this is the pitch he threw the least and or threw the less strikes with, right, Kyle?
You got it.
And so that's basically letting you know that 4th or 5th pitch. It's really important to really know the guys that you're using and to look in their player card and to go and see what those control ratings are. So you have a better idea of, is this a pitcher who I know he has confidence with all 4 pitches, or is this a pitcher where he has 5 pitches and he only throws his curveball 2 or 3 times a game, and I probably shouldn't spam it?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, think about it. Like Steven Strasburg or Max Scherzer, their 5th pitch was not going to be the same as maybe a AA player's 5th pitch coming up, So we're highlighting those differences there for sure.
Right. So definitely make sure you check your guys' pitches, check their control ratings, their break ratings, because there's a lot of information going on there. And again, what PAR was designed to do was to give you the information to show you if you're perfect on this interface, this is where it's going to land. So let's take a look at Jacob deGrom's pitches.
So here we just wanted to highlight the differences between our 3 meters. Pinpoint is our most accurate, 3 inputs. So definitely a risk reward. You got to be able to master it.
Now, I don't know. Now, this pitching, I don't usually do. This pitching, I bet people are going to take that off. People are not going to use that. They're going to use meter, that's what I use, or analog. I'm not into analog. Maybe, in practice, I will goof around with analog and try it, but
Throw
yeah.
something on the black, spot it up like that. Meter is our sec accurate, and that's because there's a huge asymmetry between under and overthrows in meter, which makes that timing pretty risky, but also very fun as well. And then analog is our 3rd most accurate, and there's also a timing element that controls over and underthrows as well, but it's not extreme as meter is. So it's a little bit easier.
All right. So there's a lot of information there that people don't know. So what you're basically saying is the new pitching interface, which we're going to do a deep dive in next, pinpoint pitching. It is, or it can be, the most accurate pitching method for those out there with the best stick skills. And you can see that by the photo, correct?
Correct. You got it.
Next in line would be meter. And again, with meter, it's high and low. So there's a lot of risk and reward there. And then the least accurate is analog, correct?
That's correct. And there's not a ton of differentiation, but there is some there. And, we're just trying to strike that balance between inputs and difficulty in executing those end result.
Right. And Brian does a lot of work making sure that every single pitching and hitting method in the game is balanced. And that's why we're showing you this slide here. We have spent a ton of time, well, not me. Brian has spent a ton of time balancing this out. And so we also want to thank you for everybody who played in the tech test and tried out pinpoint pitching and all the pitching methods for helping us out to try to make sure this is as balanced as possible. And like we always do, once the game's out, we will listen to feedback. We will look at the data and make the changes that are necessary and that make sense. So let's talk about the brand new pitching method, pinpoint pitching, the new pitching method that was teased in our early Coach and Fernando Tatis Jr. videos. And it was also in the technical test. So Kyle, what is pinpoint pitching and why did we put it in the game this year?
Okay, so maybe I said par was my favorite feature, but I think pinpoint might be. I love how challenging it is, the risk reward, how it changes pitcher to pitcher. So pinpoint is our new way to pitch. It combines a little bit of meter, a little analog, and a new specific motion that you're going to be performing with your R stick. You're going to be rated on our GERD system, gesture performance, release timing, and direction of your release. This generates 3 inputs compared to our usual 1 or 2 with other interfaces. And if all 3 are performed right, you're going to generate a perfect release with very, very high accuracy.
All right, so it is the hardest pitching method, but it is also the most accurate. So there's that balance that we're always trying to find in gameplay stuff, right, Kyle?
Absolutely. Risk reward.
All right, so let's break it down. Pinpoint pitching, how does this interface work?
So the first thing you're going to notice as you aim your
I didn't know you have to go there, go there, go there, and when you come up here, it will show you where you have to
pitch,
throw
the
it.
arrow and circle on the bottom.
I did
move
not
left or right in relation to
Keep
the ball
watching and
placement
we'll show
within the
you.
zone. And this location will be important when you finish your pitching motion. Next, you're going to see the preview inside the interface. Each pitch type has a distinct motion that needs to be performed at the same speed as the preview. That's super important. You got to perform that pitch gesture motion at the same speed as the preview, which correlates to the pitch motion of the pitcher on the mound. So that's a really cool aspect because it's going to change from pitcher to pitcher. And so your performance executing this input is known as the gesture rating. And then after you begin that motion, you're going to see some timing mechanics pop up. And this is a really nuanced part of this interface, so you're definitely going to want to pay attention to the way it works. So this timing mechanic, as you begin your motion, pops up at the 12 o'clock position, and all of your pitches will finish at this 12 o'clock position. The gears, you'll notice, are blue. They'll begin to rotate and start to close in on one another in an effort to help you keep the right timing with your motion. Your ideal timing for a perfect timing would be when those rings are overlapped on one another, giving the appearance that there's really just one ring there. You'll notice some dynamically colored feedback along the way that will help you keep pace as well. We're trying to give you as many possible ways to make sure that you have perfect timing. Green is good, on time. Yellow means that you need to slow down a little bit, and red means you're failing.
Right, so timing is key here. And when you pick your pitch, it's going to start the cycle so you can get that timing down. So we're going to give you that preview of the timing that you're trying to match, right?
Right, and it's definitely not an easy thing to master. This is definitely a more experienced, a more competitive mechanic, but one that rewards you because of that. Once you get that 12 o'clock position, there's going to be another timing mechanic that shows up exactly where you placed your arrow and circle at the bottom just before executing your pitch. Again, the ideal timing is when those rings overlap or the appearance is just one ring. And so the execution of this release pit will be known as your release timing. And again, a really cool factor in this is that each pitcher has a distinct pitch timing and motion. And so Kershaw, in his windup, you're going to have to sit a little bit at a top, and it's going to take a little bit of patience and trial and error. Whereas someone coming straight out of the stretch is going to be a quick, like 1 second. So it's going to take something to master, but that's exactly what we were looking for out of it.
Okay, and the gestures change per pitch type, correct?
Correct. Fastball, 4-seam fastball, straight up and down being the easiest, with all of the other off speeds having intricate motions.
And this is where the strategy comes in, right? And what we're trying to really replicate here is what's happening on the mound in real life, where 9 times out of 10, a guy's best pitch is his fastball, right?
Absolutely.
That's going to be the easiest pitch he can throw and locate. And then as you're going down the line, those secondary pitches gets a little bit dicier, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you get down, the gesture for the curveball is probably the hardest. Actually, is the gesture for the curveball the hardest?
It is one of the hardest. I think I'd have to go with splitter, or maybe, yeah, no, it would be be the splitter for sure. It's definitely the toughest.
Okay. All right. So split is the toughest. All right.
Oh, by far. And another aspect of pinpoint that's pretty cool is if you think of a pitcher in real life, they have a lot of things that they're trying to think about: their pitch grip, runners on base if possible, trying to keep themselves in sync and in time. And so that's exactly what you're trying to do on the mound. You're trying to manage all these inputs while executing a pitch correctly. And I can tell you from experience, I'm pitching a phenomenal game and I have to switch pitchers in the 7th or 8th with a guy with a quicker windup, and I find myself, I'm relearning it for a pitch or two. And it's a really cool aspect of this interface.
Yeah, pitching at the major leagues is very hard.
Yeah, get good. Get good.
That's why those guys make the big bucks.
Yeah.
So that is pinpoint pitching. Let's look at gameplay and see how we can do this live. All right, so we are jumping into gameplay here, looking at Snellzilla pitching in that great new San Diego Padres uniform. So we have swing analysis. We also have pitch analysis. Or is it even called pitch analysis, Kyle?
Yeah, you know what? You can call it pitch analysis, Ramon. Well, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so what is pitch analysis? What are we looking at that's popping up on the left side of the gesture?
Okay, so what you're seeing in descending order is your gesture accuracy grade, your release timing grade, and your direction grade. Each box will change colors dynamically depending on your result, with green being good, yellow okay, and red is failed. And we're trying to give you as many possible ways to absorb this information, whether it be colors or actual numbers, to interpret how you're doing and performing the mechanic.
Right.
And so in that top accuracy box, you're going to see that we display your percentage accuracy for performing that specific gesture. There's some different thresholds between fastballs and off speeds that you can be aware of. In that second box is our timing portion, and we're displaying within hundredths of a second, and we let you know if you're early or late. And I should also take note on the accuracy portion, we also do let you know if you're going too fast or too slow. So another chance for you to see how you're performing on that mechanic.
Right, so as you're pitching in real time, we're giving you feedback so you can get better in real time as you're trying to strike guys out and induce ground and fly balls, right?
You got it. And then that bottom portion right there is your direction grade, and will tell you how many degrees off you were of your intended target.
Right, and was that a perfect I saw? Is that perfect pitching now?
There is perfect pitching.
Is it perfect pitching in only pinpoint, or does it transfer to the other interfaces?
Nope. Hey, that's par for you. We got it on all 3 of those: pinpoint, analog, and meter.
That is awesome. And again, yes, pinpoint pitching is the most complicated. It has the biggest learning curve, but it is also the most accurate. So the best competitors in MLB The Show 21, this is the pitching interface you're going to want to try to master, right?
Totally. It definitely is. It comes with its challenges, but it rewards you because of them. So, I'm using it. I'll tell you that.
Nice. So we've talked about pinpoint pitching, and we've talked about feedback. You know what? We also talked a little bit about practice. You're going to need to practice this. So how can you...
Now, this is the amazingest thing ever. The Pottits one. I like this one. Watch.
Users not
The
only
good one.
practice pitching, what about hitting? Have we
I
done
don't want
anything to
them all,
practice
Lucas.
We have done
I'm
a
off
little
till
bit for
Tuesday.
both, which I'm really excited about. I myself need a place to practice, and so what better way to work on these new interfaces or work on your areas of weakness than hop into the new batting practice and bullpen session areas in your custom practice. With the batting cut practice, you're allowed to force pitch type for the current pitcher's repertoire and force pitch location. So this is pretty...
Now I'm definitely I really want to work on my balls that curve, cause I hate curveballs and I cannot hit them. So I'm going to do a lot of practicing with that.
pretty awesome because it gives you, each user, the opportunity to work on it exactly what you're bad at. Maybe it's off speeds down, maybe it's fastballs up and in. You can dial in one of those 3 zones and go right for it as long as you need. And similarly with the bullpen session and working on your pinpoint, it's going to take a lot of practice just to get a good handle on it, way to execute it. And custom practice is the perfect spot, stress-free, to get a feel for the rhythm, to try to keep yourself in sync, and these are just phenomenal spots for it.
Right, and a new custom practice edition, this goes back to, we're always listening to feedback. And if we have the time and the resources, we're always going to try to attack those soft spot areas based on the feedback from the community. And these new custom practice editions are just that. People have been asking for years, like, look, I can't hit a high and inside fastball. I want to be able to go into practice mode and just practice on high and inside fastballs and nothing else. And you can do that now, right?
Yep, you can absolutely do that. And it's something I love. I spend a lot of time in there kind of before I get into any games now when I'm playing on 21, and it's pretty cool. It kind of warms me up for the day, gets my timing down, so it's pretty nice.
Right. So we got force pitch type, force location, and free practice. And you can use all of the pitching interfaces. You can use all of the hitting interfaces, and you can set up different scenarios to basically give you anything you need to be able to try to get better at the game.
Yeah.
Like for me playing last year online, when people would bring in flamethrowers, I'm like, oh, I'm done. So now you can go in there and you can just practice against guys who are throwing 100 all the time to try to get that timing down.
Yeah. And something really cool is that you can change your gameplay style settings in the options. So you can be in custom practice and see what pinpoint's like on competitive, and then switch to casual and see how pinpoint is a little bit easier for the casual users when you're there. So it's a pretty cool way to highlight multiple different facets of the game that we've added in this year.
That's awesome. So we've talked a lot about pitching and hitting. We've introduced gameplay styles, broke those down. We've talked about pitching and hitting changes. We introduced par. We've broken down pinpoint pitching, and we just went over the new custom practice edition. Is there anything we're missing, Kyle?
Let's see. We adjusted some more swing timing extremes for worst cases on all of our pitches. Always take a look at bunts, both sacks and bunts for hits. Like we mentioned earlier, improvements to perfect, improvements to any foul balls on perfect as well. And then a few changes to base running, just making sure when you're trying to target those bases that the right runners are heading home or heading back to the base, just like you would have intended.
That's awesome. And I think that is going to bring us really close.
No, the last little thing is reveal on the legends. I can't wait. You guys probably already know who it is, but if we're not,
To the
it will
end
watch.
of the first feature premiere, but we are not done. First, I want to thank gameplay producer Kyle Saw joining us, but we got a legend reveal. Roll the video.
And we can chat after this, Lucas, but I am going to be live for a little bit, okay?
And there he is, Alfonso Soriano, the first of a few legend reveals that we will be doing during the feature premieres. That is it for the pitching and hitting feature premiere. Thank you again for gameplay producer Kyle Saul for joining us. Next week, we will be talking about all things fielding. We got a complete fielding overhaul, y'all, and gameplay
So next up is fielding overview. So next Tuesday is fielding. The following Thursday is in a minute ball player. Okay. And next is franchise. I can't wait when they talk about franchise. Can't wait. So that will be this Tuesday, next Thursday, the following Tuesday, and I can't
Director Chris
wait.
Gill will be joining us for that. And then the next week, we're going to have another feature premiere. Remember, feature premieres premiere every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much. It feels so good to be back. We'll see you guys next week.
That's amazing. No, that's cool. Now, okay, so let me see. Let's go into my calendar. So next Tuesday is talking about fielding, and then Thursday is talking about No, that's talking about so improved ball player. So I can't wait for that. But not this week, but this Tuesday, they're talking about franchise in March to October. I can't wait when they talk about that. That's gonna be so much fun. And then the following Thursday, they're talking about next gen. Can't wait when that. And then next that is the 30th, and they are talking about franchise. And they still have like a couple Tuesdays. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 Tuesdays and Thursday if they are talking about anything else. I don't know if they will. They haven't talked about Road to the Show yet. So maybe that will come up. I can't wait to get this game though. Because it looks amazing. I'm going to switch it over to the chatting scene. If you guys haven't checked that video out, I will also, I won't leave the link, but you guys know, if you guys want me to leave the link, I can leave the link. Comment that. But right now, I think we're going to do a Toronto Raptors basketball tonight. Cause that's what I feel like doing. A mind lead, I mean. Give me 1 second. One sec. Oh, wait. I'm typing it wrong. My league. And then we put in the team. I'm getting the title set up for you guys. Day 1. Are we gonna play games? I think we are. So let me do some my stuff. Cause I wanna make this fun. Now I know this game been out for a while. But we can all get this started. And that's what we're going to do. 1 second. I'm changing the Twitch. Next is Facebook. And next is YouTube. So everything is pretty much changed. Up titles, everything's changed. Let me double check. My Xbox should be on. Now, for my Xbox scene, We're not doing face cam. No face cam. This is kind of what our Xbox scenes looks like. So we have the Xbox scene on the follow, and then we have alerts. So if you guys follow, it will tell me, and then my follow goal is right there. Give me about 5 minutes to go to the bathroom and then set up the Xbox, and then we will start. Okay? Till then, let's listen to some.
What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. I need you by my side.
I am back now. Let me get set up the Xbox next. And I should have did this earlier, but you know what? Oh well. Let's go into the Xbox scene. But yeah, we are going to set it up tonight. We're going to set it up tonight. I'm going to quickly close it. And all that. Timer is going to stop. But yeah, that all the changes that they did. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn off my stuff so I can actually put my. And I know you guys can't see this. I do need to get a face cam on here because I do have Rapper's Cutter, but you guys really can't see me when I'm sitting, so that's why we are not doing. That's why we're not fully do anything like that. Oh, 1 sec. Sorry guys, 1 second. Xbox. I have to make sure the music is off. The music is off, so we're actually good. The music is off, so we are going to keep it on now, because the music is off. So, what do I think about the rappers? The rappers are pretty good. I did a fun one, but this is the real one. This is a legit one. We are doing real with it, but so we'll list it. So we're doing. I'm thinking about not doing 12 6-minute quarters, 6 minutes, and then it will auto sim if we do that. All NBA teams, so 32 games, 6 minutes, quarters. I'm not simming, so we're going to play six. Playoffs is the best of seven. Franchise, this is all the other stuff. If a new team comes in, um, salary cap is real listed too. Trades are on, so if we want to do any trades, we will do trades. Let me know how my voice is to the gameplay. I think it's a little bit quiet. Let's see, trades we talk about. Here's the trades. Um, Injuries. No, when they potential is all this. We're not changing anything. And then they have peaks, overall declining, Hall of Fame. I'm actually going to go on. I'm actually going to go on Pro. I mean on Rookie. And if we need to go up a level, we will go up a level. If we don't, we don't. Let's see. And here's the simulation stuff. Here's the Toronto Raptors. Now, we're only going to focus on them. Um, I'm going to do everything that I want manually. We're manually going. Now, okay. One thing I don't want to do is stealth. I know what we will stealth when we can. So we're doing everything. We're loading in the 21 draft class. So our first game is against the Pelicans. Alright, one sec. Rue Daily. I kind of want to watch the Lakers game because they're actually playing. I don't know how to watch the game. We will find out how we watch the game. Maybe we're definitely going to play our game. So before we play, we have to do roster moves and all that other stuff. Fun stuff. So social media, we won't do. You know what? I think we will do roster moves first. Yeah, we will do roster. So I'm gonna make everyone a point guard and put them in their right role. If we need to make changes, here's the injury stuff, records, history, jersey retirement. We do not have one, but I think we will. Um, Signing, Nick Steinham, words, we will see records broken. We might break that. So here's our record. Our record is 0-0 right now. That 2020 was our last playoffs. We won a championship. We we went to 11 playoffs, one NBA championship. Our vision is 7, and our last record was for yeah. So now we can actually get down to the line making. I usually put everyone as point guards so we can actually remake them into like what we want this team. 'Cause I like doing that. I'm a remaker, so we need. And my guess is if we do bad, we do bad. If we make the playoffs, we make the playoffs. But I want to make this team into a hard team to beat. Like we have some good picks, like good players. Like we have Tyler Lowry, we have Fred Murphy. We have some players that are. We have some players that can play for sure. But I'm making the choices that where they play. We are definitely going to do some trades. I definitely want to watch the Lakers game in this one because, you know, it's a hard team. They won the championship. I want to see the ring ceremony because they played good. But we are going to try to beat them. So, yeah. And if, yeah. We're going to pick our players, pick who we want as who will play well. And if we trade you, we trade you. But I won't try to trade them if we don't need to. But some players will get traded. Once we get the whole season ready, we will start. So there we go. So, shooters, we could go with Fred Feet is a really good shooter. That is our #1 shooter. He's a really good shooter that can shoot wherever. Next shooter, I think we gotta give Thomas one. Now, Thomas can actually shoot from anywhere, so that's good. You know what? Thomas will be our second shooter. Now, if Thomas does not improve, Thomas will be going. Matt Thomas, I mean. And then we need one more shooter. Let's go into some small forward situation. So, you, Pal, are going to be those small forwards that get down in the deep driving. Let's see, who else did we say? Olin? Who did we say? Olin can be one. Nolan Powell is one. Serge Ibaka. I think we grow him into a small forward. In the heart of the rapper, so give him that. So we need one more small forward, and I think it's going to be OG. How? You know what? I want to check OG's shooting. He can only shoot in the corners. So you know what? I think we give OG the small forward kind of role. Not the power forward, because those are our bigs. So small forward for you. I think now we got our team, we got our small forward. I think we need one more shooter. So who do I think that can shoot? Buckin, no. Larry, Madison. Right, we need to improve. So let's see. So you're going to be a power forward, cause that's your role for our team. Power forward / big. Now here's our team. So we need a shooter. So I'm gonna do a trade finder for you. Ooh, this Zubac guy is really good, but I don't want that. So what do we have? We have Larry, David's. I wouldn't mind getting rid of. Who can we get for you? I want to kind of get them big, but not giving up a pick. So what do we need? What do we need? We need a lot of bigs. I'm going to try to get the bigs out of the way. Because that's our issue, kind of. We do need a point guard, so I will keep that in mind. But I'm mostly going to get one of the bigs. And young. Wait, not old. You could be. You could probably grow. What about you? Oh, now this is a. You're not big though. That's the problem. If you're not big, then why should I pick you up? Point guard? No, we're not looking for him. I'm looking for one deals. One and done deals. Kuzma. Ooh, Kuzma? That would be a good trade though. Don't get me wrong. I don't like these one deals. My joke is no. We're getting slim on picking. I wouldn't mind taking this deal though. Maybe if we start to get some players. Wait. Ooh, you're a tall boy. You're tall, but you're old too. A guy put into the youth. You're old, but I don't like that trade. We're losing a pick. We're getting a pick back, but we're not giving. Let me go down to the last point guard. So you. For you, no. And that's the only trade? Okay, his? No. You? No. You? Let me see who's our point guard situation. So we have Larry. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I think I'm gonna go with Cave and that guy as our 2 point guards. So anyone else can go. So you. Anyone. You're 22. I kind of want to get my favorite player. Kuzma. I wouldn't. Wait, I want that Kuzma. That Kuzma looks like a good trade. So we get a tall mode, and then no. You get trying to dump players that we don't want. You want him, but we're not. I don't want to pick. You want Clark. Clark cannot play with big. No. I kind of want. You know what? Let me come back to you. No. 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 21. No. Wait, and no good trades. Trade that I want. Wait, I want to improve the team for sure. Nuva. Okay. I'm going to come back to that trade. So the first trade that we're doing is, let me see. We're going to come back to you. No. I want to get a big. Like a solid big. You're 21 and so you could be one of the big. You know what? Let's do that deal. I'm stepping that deal. We get a pick out of it too, so not the worst move. Like, we get a pick out of it. So, I don't mind that. And then you go to, one sec, do, Lucas, you already said that, and I already told you the answer. So, you know what the answer is. Okay, let's see. One sec. So so yeah, if we put you, I might, I might want to get rid of him. Let me see if Trade Finder will find anything for him. 'Cause I wouldn't mind losing him for a big 7-2. Oh, that's a good trade actually. Let me see if any more. I kind of like this trade. We're losing. We're losing. We're getting a person that can play center, and we're getting another person that can play another position. Let me see if we have any more other deals like that or no. Julian Jordan, too old, man. Jake, I wouldn't mind getting Jake. He's tall, so he can actually play that center. No. Let me see. Wait, I do like this trade though. Wait, this trade could be a good trade. Let me come back on that one. Let me trade him next. So we can improve our tallies. I want to get a 7-footer. We have to give up a pick. I want Robertson. Robertson? I wouldn't mind giving up a top 20 pick. So, you know what? Let's do it. We get a good player. We get a tall player that can play good role, and then we can improve on this. So, yeah, that's a good move, I think. So, you can do that. That's a good move. I like that move a lot. Let's see. Forget taking out these players that I don't think would do anything. We get a pick. No. No. You're 7-footer. I would not mind this guy. 26. Get a pick for him. A player and a pick. Let me go into. So what do we need? So we could get a Tolly and Jig. You know what? Let me see. Let me see how we can fit. I do want this guy. He's good. He plays on the Spurs. So let's go to the Spurs and let's see what kind of trades would happen. We give up him for a pick. Now, we're looking for 2-point guards. You know what? If we do that and we get a pick back, I wouldn't mind this. Because Johnson, I don't think will play Paul. So we could do this. I don't feel like that's going to happen. We could do that for a pick. I don't want that. I think this deal, we're losing 2-point guards, but we're getting him. I kind of like that deal. We're losing a 70 that could be a small forward, but we have so many small forwards that we don't need. We're losing him, and he could be another one, but we're getting a pick. I'm going to accept this deal because we're getting Jack. This guy is tall, he can play, and we're improving depth. for sure. Let's see. You now see we got depth, and we still have him. So what do we have? We need one more center and one more big. So we get one more center, and then we improve our center. I like that deal. And we lose money. Like we get those are pretty low contracts too. So let me put these guys in their right roles. Not a point guard, power, and center. I like that move because look, so we got Jan, we got Yanner, and then we got our centers done. So we got this team looks good. And now we need one more big, and we have how many point guards do we have? A lot. So we have here's that we can't trade. So I'm gonna send these guys probably. I want to keep him. So we need one more small forward. So we need one more of these. No what? I kind of what are how is our players? So we can actually get one more player to sign. I'm thinking about getting a tall guy. Mm, getting a big, and then we're getting a shooter for this guy, I think. Now we have to find a shooter. You know what? This guy is 7. But we kind of, honestly, a pick would be nice. I don't know what we should do. I kind of want to do not this trade. Best trade? Not this trade, actually, this trade. We get youth, and we get better overall. And we're a little bit cheaper. Not too cheap, but. So, let's put him back on his wall. And then we should get sign a shooter, I think. I think that's a good idea. So, we have one more trade that we could probably do for him. But I don't think anyone's going to give us a shooter for this. Someone is, but we're losing Jake, and I don't want to lose him. How good is your shooting? How good is your shooting? Your shooting, your threes are ranges high. You're a good shooter. Where can you shoot though? You can shoot. You know what? I might take that deal for get to you to be a shooter. We need a shooter, so why not? So we have big settle. So you're playing Jacob. You're playing. You're playing. So I'm going to make sure the backup roles are set. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going. So our plan is to play you, and Harris go to the G League. Okay? Because we need a point guard. Our point guards are bad, but because we only have we have one point guard that is a leader, and then the second one is okay. Third one is okay, but what we're doing is Redmond Sweet is going to be the backup point guard. Going to be his second role is a point guard because he can make those play. And then we have to find a small, like, dunking layup person. Do we keep Yogi? Is it? We're kind of hurting on that because your dunking is low. Your dunking is low. I don't think we go with a backup small forward. We run with this line. I think this is a good idea. So, lead news, whatever, record books. We already went through all this retirement. So, Larry's our main guy. He can actually shoot, so I might put him as a backup shooter too, because he can. Could Larry play dunking though? No, not You could. So, know what? You're going to be the backup small forward if you want. Yeah. So this is all settled. So we have a point guard that is Larry, and then yes. So what put the numbers on these guys? So Larry number 7, yes. You're number 22, no. I want you to be 27. That's a good number for you, buddy. You're 18, no. I'm not giving you 18. You could have 15 or something like that. 15 is fine with you. You can have 15. It doesn't matter for you because you're on the G lead. 23 is good. 24 is not good. So we are going to give you 26. And your backup role is a point guard? No. What can you play? Can you do small forward? Buddy or no? Small, no. You can be a normal shooter. So 26, 21. Okay, small forward. So, Larry, I'm gonna keep, because this is our team. Sabaka, you can keep your number, you can keep your number, you cannot. Now, I'm feeling like giving Shabaka a new number. What do we have? 6? Do we have 24? Yes. But I'm not going to give that. I'm going to give you 8. And then I'm going to give you 6. This guy is such a good player. So you got you, got you, we got you. Bigs 11, no. How about 44? 44, 4, no. Your number 4. 55 is a good number for you. For you, no. I think we give you a solid 18. And then you can be 57. 17 is a good number for you actually. And then for you, 50. So we got your number, we got your number, you got your number, got your number, got your number. These are our players. Our so what do I want to trade if we have a deal? If Larry's staying on the team, he's gonna be a rapper for the whole. I'm gonna try to sign him. Um, so keep who's getting block? Okay, Larry, you're getting block. Patrick, I don't mind. Fred Murphy's getting saved. You're getting saved. I don't care about you. I don't care about you guys though. Anyone that I don't. So I don't want to keep you. Thomas, I don't care about. We can get rid of him. No, keeping. So yeah, that's it. So there's our trade ball guy who we're keeping. There's the lineup. With injury report, record breaking. Okay, we're done with that. Free agency, I don't think we need any. No, we have our people extending contracts, so this is when it's going to get hard for next year. I can show you why. So our picks for this year, we have our first, and that's it. And next year we have our first. We have 2 picks for that. Trade Perv or not. Trade Finder, no. We have to make sure we can sign Larry. But if we can't, we can't. There's our post trade finder. We're done with trades. We always send. So the issue is we need to sign. We're good with you, good with you, good with you, good with you. We need to sign you. We will see about you. Sign. We will see about these first. Wait, I don't know. Larry, we want to sign. That's the one thing I want to sign. 1 second. So, our staff. Let's see how our staff is looking. Okay, our training. So, we can't get any better, I don't think. Yeah, I'm going to hold on you. Can we get better on you or no? Not really. So I'm going to hold on you. We got you. I'm going to get better on you because we can. So fire your butt. We're going to get you for 30 years. So we have me for free. We have you. We're going to get rid of you. We are going to get rid of you if any deals happen. We keeping you, keeping you, keeping you. So there's our first. Our playbook style is that. So wherever we play, we're playing mostly these guys, and then the bench is all you guys. We're not doing that. Trying out. We're not practicing. I get at the Duntley hit the practice, and we're not practicing. 3 on the line, so I'm gonna let them do it. I think we are, so a couple. They're saying we're a rebuilder. I think we are a buying team if we want to. Here's the pick. Here's the draft, whatever. Training. I'm not doing any training. I think we should train really hard. If they get injured, they get injured. What? So the power rankings are saying Lakers are going to win. We are number 9 for NBA. And then 2K saying we're number 12. This guy is saying we're number 12. So NBA has us. So we have to play one game. And then we get, oh wait. Who's playing on this day? Oh, we are. What? Oh, yeah. So we're going to play this game and then we're going to watch the LA game. So yeah, let's go. Let me double check the gameplay. We're playing on Lucky. Yep. So let's go. Our unis will be whatever. Our team chemistry is low because we did trade, so that's it. That's why it's low.
Yo, I'm the 2KMC, here to tell you about the upcoming events in the neighborhood.
I'm going to turn up
This weekend,
the gameplay
you'll
a
have
little
4
bit.
chances to participate in boot camp. Limited to my players with a 75 overall or lower. This is the place to get some basic.
And now, your
Go,
Toronto
boys.
Raptors starting 5.
We will listen to this.
At the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 55, Harry Giles. The big man, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 57, Mitchell Robinson. From Villanova, a 6-foot guard, number 7, Kyle Lowry. At the other forward position, standing 6 foot 8, number 6, Pascal Siakam. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 23, Fred VanVleet.
Let's go, Rappers.
Your home team head coach is Nick Nurse.
And won us the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Toronto Raptors.
Go.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Our game tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. 2019's most improved player, Pascal Siakam, went from an energy player to an all-star. Siakam said, after every season, I look at the things I have to do better. When the summertime comes, I just attack it and work. It's about making sure that I'm a better player than I was the year before. Kevin?
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, DA.
Me too.
And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4.
We don't have to really watch out. I think we have to watch out
Adams
for
at the center. And for Toronto,
we'll see.
Giles is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Lowry. And it's Van
I
Vliet
don't
in a
think
two-guard.
so.
And
Lonzo,
I know
don't
every
know.
player counts down the seconds to opening night, Clark. How exciting was it for you to be on the court when the games finally took on
go,
real
boys.
meaning?
Kevin, there's only one opening night each year, and it creates an atmosphere and a buzz that you can't duplicate any other time. So that in and of itself always makes it special,
win.
and I
Give it
always
to
look
Larry.
forward to that opening.
Now, I'm actually going to let the coach make the plays on everything. So yeah, there we go.
Night.
Now, here's Lowry. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. No good on the triple. New Orleans with the ball. Bledsoe outside.
Nice and tight, D boys.
Oh, ball in
Ooh.
position.
Good
Up
play,
high
good
to
play.
stuff the alley-oop.
Ball is a nice target for the lob. Gets above the rim easily and finishes with deceptive force.
Come on.
Van Vliet against Bledsoe.
Good
And
play.
Siakam throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Lock
A
up.
pass to
Man.
Williamson. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Team.
And slam dunk by
Come on.
Ingram.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Now, here's Siakam. Outside Lowry. All alone. And he nails
Nothing
the
but
jumper.
net. Good job. man.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Pass to Williamson.
Defense. We gotta have solid D.
Ingram outside. Outside ball.
Play
6 on the
double
shot
team,
clock.
get double him. Hands up. Good try.
And
good try.
foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Good utilization of his height and speed to get to the line that time. Ball showing you he's got the savvy to draw contact.
I think 6 minutes is perfect for these games. They're not too long. We could probably play 2 games. 2 or 1. I don't know. Miss.
That's good from Ball.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
Box out.
Ball hits them both. Now Van Vliet. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball.
Get on the board.
Here's Robinson. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
That kind of energy and hustle
Good play,
on the
guys.
glass
Good play.
usually produces good results.
Passes it to Williamson.
Defense. Play deep.
Pass to Ingram.
Defense. Come on.
Beyond
Nope.
the arc.
Get on the
And
board.
again, New
Give
Orleans
it to
has no luck. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And here in the first, approaching
Game 1.
3 minutes played. And
Good
that'll be 2 free
challenge.
throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Good chug, buddy.
Defense getting too close. Lowry has that instinct to read what's happening, takes the shot
Good
there
job, Dad.
into the contact.
Good job. Make these buckets count, though.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And
over
the
and back.
official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Lowry. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 19 points per game last year, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst, Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Now, here's Ball. Here's Williamson, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Greg, last year, Williamson entered the NBA as one of the most well-known rookies since LeBron James.
Already had millions of followers on social media, global name recognition. He has an above-the-rim game that produces the kinds of highlights that people want to see.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset. And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And checking out some numbers here for J.J. Redick. Some last season stats for him. Second in three-point field goal percentage.
Good.
And he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to what you said, he was runner-up in the three-point accuracy category last season because no one could get him out of his rhythm. He was just unstoppable. Pirtle, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Out to the right wing. Some nice passing here by New Orleans.
Watch him, watch him.
Here's Hart. He's guarded by Anunoby. Launches it. And Redick the bucket on the assist by Hayes.
You know, Redick has an amazing, uncanny ability to drain tough, pressure-filled shots at the end of the shot clock.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Redick against Powell. To the inside, here's Bradley. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Cover him, cover him.
Here's Hart, guarded by Bradley. It's stolen by Bradley. Van Vliet wide open. Sinks the triple. Van Vliet's got a couple of threes now in the first for Toronto.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Redick against Powell. Outside, Redick. And the pass to Hart. He's with it, guarded by Powell. 4 on the shot clock. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Raptors up by 11. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Good plays. Good plays. Keep it going.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. Pirtle is out there with Bradley. And it's Lowry in at the point.
Boys.
That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Raptors leading by 11. Bounce pass from Anunoby. Powell, that's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Alexander Walker. Now recovering. Redick passes to Hernan Gomez.
Let him drive.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
I don't care if you let him drive.
Gomez has got his second basket.
Let him.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Foul. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Giles kicks to Powell. Good. Nice job down low. Powell's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto.
Yep. You know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Ball dishes to Ingram.
I'm driving.
That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And the speed Ingram has makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls. I mean, he constantly keeps them on skates and wondering what's next.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. Pelicans trail by 14.
And I will up the game.
Outside,
once
Ball.
we get into playoff, I will
uses
up
the glass to finish the
play.
Ball's got 6.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Here's Giles. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
The drive-by Ball. Count that one.
I tell you what, because of his size and ball skills and vision, he's a handful for any defense, Lonzo Ball. I mean, he's able to convert primarily because of his size and sneaky strength.
Here's Giles. Following the basket by Lonzo Ball. And Adams sends it back. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Got a hand on it. Bledsoe kicks to Williamson. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Powell, and he makes good on the layup. Powell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Ingram.
Nope.
No good that time. Powell down low. Guarded by Bledsoe. Giles. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Ball. That shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That's game one of a 3-game road trip.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And the Raptors with some changes. Bradley's checked in for Giles. OG Anunoby comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. Here's Ingram. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Now here's Adams. Can't hit from in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And so here is New Orleans. The Raptors getting the bucket. Here's Ingram. Good D by Siakam.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's blocked, and they get it back. VanVleet looking around. Anunoby in the corner. Clock at 6. Over Hart. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Brandon Ingram, a nice display of toughness from the young forward here, showing that he can score through just about anything.
Siakam for 3. Doesn't go that time.
Nope.
Here's Hart. And so it's Toronto controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, give us your take.
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Pelicans were playing?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with ball, and it's Adams, and at the center, locking down the middle. Van Vliet with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Count that one. Lowry's got the first basket of the third quarter for Toronto.
And those reflexes never let Lowry down. He was primed for that shot.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. No good there. Good D by Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 8. In the corner, it's Ingram. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is up and in. Ingram's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Ingram. That one doesn't go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
And you know what? I like the tough-mindedness of Bledsoe. I mean, it's never easy trying to keep him under control, especially when he's driving the ball.
Toronto calls timeout. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Bledsoe kicks to Redick. No good on the shot.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Powell, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Bledsoe. From deep. Good on the three-point shot. Bledsoe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you know these guys love answering back with a three of their own. Tit for tat or tay-to-tay. These guys love a duel.
Now here's Van Vliet. 8 points for him. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Bledsoe finds Ball. Over Lowry. Ball no good.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And here's Bledsoe. He has 5 to the wing on the left. And it's Ball, that time on the assist by Bledsoe. Ball's got 11.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Powell. 14 points for him. Here's Pirtle. Second shot opportunity. Pelicans pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. The 4th spot held by Fred VanVleet.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Tony Bradley's checked in for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Kyle Lowry. VanVleet passes to Powell. Back to VanVleet. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Here's Hart. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. New Orleans moving the ball around. For 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
New Orleans has gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Yep, that one goes in there. Hart's got his second basket of the game.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Raptors knocking down the tray. Ball against VanVleet. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 15.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
VanVleet passes to Bradley. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
There's Ball with the 3. No good. And so it's the Toronto Raptors riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Siakam is out there with Bradley. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Anunoby in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Passes it to Hart. Bradley against Williamson. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Bradley's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lets the 3 fly. And no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Ingram kicks to Adams. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Good work there as it goes.
Gotta like seeing Ingram get going down underneath the rim. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Now here's VanVleet. Up top, Anunoby. Deep 2 from Robinson. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ingram. Count that bucket. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nobody is catching Ingram in the open floor. I mean, this guy is a speed merchant.
And the Raptors call time here. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
That one falls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
A high-energy wing with a solid all-around skill set. Siakam is developing into a quality go-to scorer.
Adams finds Williamson. Takes a shot at the elbow. The rebound by Giles.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense.
Wow, that was a strong dunk.
Hey, guys, really easy to see why Ingram was the second pick in the 2016 draft with plays like these.
Here's Siakam. He's still hot. Now he is 9 of 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And stolen by Siakam. No good. Shot missing. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Hart the pass to Alexander Walker. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. Lowry for 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 9 assists now tonight. Pelicans trailed by 19. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Back to Ball. Open jump shot off the mark.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Raptors.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Pascal Siakam.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Now here's Thomas. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Thomas.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And the shot goes in from Thornwell.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Here's Melton. The 8-footer, and the jumper is good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Rebound by Azubuike. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And Hart has it in the corner. And stolen by Siakam. Misses the shot. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Let's go. Split game number 2. 1, I mean. Now, can we watch this game now? Now, how do we watch that game? Wait. Guess we can't watch it. That sucks. So yeah, we're gonna play one more game, and then I'm done. Everyone's playing good. And the next game is a good one.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of Capitol Hill from high above. We're here in the seat of the U.S. government, Washington, D.C. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Giles in at the 4 slot. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Avdia in at the 3. And here's Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Yep, it counts. And looking at teams with first-year coaches, Chris, how long does it usually take to get up to speed with the new system?
Well, it depends, Kevin. I mean, with veteran teams, it might be a little faster. Young squads, they take a little more time.
And it goes down 2 points.
Well, you think a little bump is going to stop Russ? Man, come on. No way. Total focus on that basket.
Now Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. Lets it go with a 3. Drops in the tray.
You know, there was a time when three-point shooting was a liability for Lowry, but the guy has put in the time, and now he is a solid option from deep.
Now here's Beal. Back to Bryant.
Good.
And Beal picking up the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Lowry. Last game we saw him score 14.
Defense getting too close. Lowry has that instinct to read what's happening, takes the shot there into the contact.
Toronto shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Left side, Beal. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Look, I love how Bill keeps moving an active player who works his tail off on offense.
And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Now here is Lowry, 5 points in the game. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4 for 4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Westbrook kicks to Beal. Back to Westbrook. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Westbrook's got 6 points.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Here's Siakam. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now here's Beal. Goes up to the stripe. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Scott Brooks did have a few minutes before the game tonight. One item of concern for the coach was Pascal Siakam's ability to get out and run. Coach spoke about his speed, saying, "We need to locate Pascal after every missed shot. If we fail on that, he'll be getting easy buckets all night with how he runs the floor." And that is a hard task for big men who are trying to stay up with the Raptors' really big star. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Beal, following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Shoots over Bradley. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Known for being a knockdown shooter, Bill has great confidence in his ability to connect from the mid-range.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Here's Siakam. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Yes, that goes in. He's got 10.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Beal. He has 6. Pass to Lopez. Here's Westbrook. He gets that one. Westbrook's got 8 points.
Oh, this first quarter couldn't be going much better for him. 4 for 5 from the field to get things cracking.
Lowry against Westbrook. And here's Van Vliet from the arc.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Oh, the flashy ball handling of Westbrook. So clever at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Well, they certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots.
Matthews, he's checked in for Washington. Raul Neto comes in for Russell Westbrook. Raptors also changing it up. Anunoby, he's checked in for Siakam. And it's Powell in for Kyle Lowry. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside, Beal. To the middle.
Good play.
And Matthews gets it to
Halfway
go in
defense,
on
boys.
the assist from Beal.
We've seen Bill evolve as a playmaker, including how he spots his open teammates.
Drive it.
And Van Vliet, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Van Vliet's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, and so far, both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
Now here's Beal. 6 points for him. Five on the clock.
Nope.
Releases. No good off the back of the rim.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. He got into double digits. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Raptors. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. Jakob Poeltl out there with Bradley. And it's Van Vliet in at the one spot. Here's Van Vliet following the bucket by the Wizards. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Outside Matthews. Back to Neto. Now the pass to Bertans. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Toronto leading by 3. Here's Anunoby. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Neto, covered by Van Vliet. Down low. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Washington making some changes. Ryan is checked in for Lopez. And it's Hachimura in for Davis Bertans. And then for Toronto, Robinson comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And Harry Giles subbed in for Bradley. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 6. Pass to Powell. And the layup falls. And the Raptors lead by 4.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Here's Neto, covered by Van Vliet. Neto can't get it to go. Raptors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Giles, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 6-point Toronto lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Van Vliet wide open. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors. And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Washington.
No, he won't drive it.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Great timing by Hachimura. Now, the oops look easy. I mean, they are hard to get perfect.
And the Raptors call time here.
Then Hachimura's given name, Rui, means fortress in Japanese, and that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Anunoby, and Kyle Lowry subbed in for Fred VanVleet, and he comes up with the deuce.
And he is an elite-level decision maker. Lowry understands when to pass out of that pick and roll and when to shoot.
And you combine Hachimura's power with that 7'2" wingspan, Greg. He's physically built to succeed in a positionless NBA.
And add to that, Kevin, he's got solid athleticism along with a versatile skill set. Hachimura still needs to work on creating off the dribble, shooting the jump shot with consistency, but with his work ethic, there's a good chance he turns those into strength. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And so Lowry nails both of them. Wizards trail by 7. Outside, Beal. To the paint, here's Bryant, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. Toronto with the ball. Lowry passes to Giles. Lets it fly. And the Raptors miss again. For Washington, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. 8 feet away. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Bradley Beal.
I like how Beal mixes up his scoring. He's capable of finishing when he's got this kind of position.
Now, here's Siakam. 10 points for him. Giles kicks to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. That's a 2 from Powell. Can't nail the jump. Wizards have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. The drive by Beal. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Toronto called for the foul.
You gotta like the aggressiveness of Beal. He's constantly on the attack. Solid at picking up fouls on the drive.
Washington making some changes. Lopez comes in for Thomas Bryant. And it's Bertanis in for Hachimura. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Toronto. Bradley comes in for Harry Giles. Now here is Lowry. He's got 11. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. Toronto shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Free throw drops for Lowry. Wizards trail by 6. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Bertans.
Nope.
Trying to get open is Lopez. Bertans can't get it to go. The Raptors have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. And it's Lowry penetrating. Poeltl. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shot, high post. Westbrook, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Siakam. A 20-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Outside Lowry. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend him.
Here's Westbrook. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And Siakam has it in the corner. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there? Just finding the open man, and the guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
And so it's Toronto with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. But I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, I mean, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kyle Lowry has been the story in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what'd you see out there?
World champion Kyle Lowry. Sometimes people want to talk about what he can't do. Well, give him his respect. He can light you up on both ends. And as we've seen, this is happening tonight.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Avdia in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And here's Westbrook following Fred VanVleet's three. VanVleet against Beal. The tray. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lowry passes to Giles. VanVleet kicks to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And the handles and confidence of Siakam both have grown just so much. Zero hesitation taking that one to the rack.
Now here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. The Wizards with another miss.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
Got that one up quick. Lowry's got 20 points.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Westbrook passes to Bryant to halt the run, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, great display of unselfishness. Westbrook is solid at realizing when one of his guys is open.
VanVleet with it. He's got 12. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out with. I don't think the NBA is any different.
Tony Bradley's checked in for Giles. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
For three, Van Vliet. Here's Bradley. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Stolen by Van Vliet.
I got him.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Bangs home the trifecta. Van Vliet's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Toronto.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yo, Luke,
they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Bertanis, he's checked in for Bryant. Pirtle, he's checked in for the Raptors. So it's the Wizards now. Bertans finds Westbrook. Back to Bertans. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Bertans got himself on the board with three there.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Passes to Matthews. Westbrook scanning the floor. With the shot. That's no good. That miss makes him 5 for 11 from the field. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
So it's the Wizards now, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Siakam, that's good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And let's take a look now at Russell Westbrook's numbers. Coming off a terrific season, 7th in scoring, 11th in steals. And his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. And it's good for 2. Lowry's got 22 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's the pass to Wagner. Back to Neto. They need this one. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Washington making some changes. Hachimura is checked in for Mo Wagner, and Beal subbed in for Matthews. The Raptors also with a sub. Giles is checked in. Now, here's Anunoby. He has 6. Pass to Lowry. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lowry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
From deep, Neto. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's when a double team hurts the defense. I mean, when they're guarding the player, smart enough to pass out of it and find the man left alone.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a 1. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. They've got Thomas, and it's Melton in at the shooting guard. Pass to Powell. For the 3. Good on the triple. Powell's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Raptors.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Len. Outside Beal. Here's Lopez. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg. If there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Brown feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Lopez. They get a hand on it. Powell with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. And that one, good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Smith. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And the Wizards making a change here. Ryan's checked in.
Thomas Bryant.
Brown against Powell. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Brown.
Now, how do you counter Bryant's physical abilities? I mean, he's a menace for the D inside.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Melton, and yes, it's good. Melton's got his first 2 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And there's the pass to Poirier. Thomas surveying the D. Inside, Azubuike the pass to Melton. Powell for 3, and again, Toronto with the triple.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Thomas against Smith. Left side, Beal. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter.
He is so hard to stop. I mean, when Bill is committed to scoring, he doesn't care who's guarding him.
It's Powell on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Thomas outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Smith the pass to Len. Left side, Bryant.
And floor spacing is key for any offense. And That's what makes having a center like Bryant so valuable.
Yeah, GA, his confidence from beyond the arc grows every year. Has a smooth shot release, nice touch, can pop it right over the top of pretty much any defender. He's only going to get better.
Matthews, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Poirier passes to Melton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Smith the pass to Len. Brown outside. To the paint. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Siakam inside. He's covered by Matthews. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Washington Wizards. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that 3 is going to be vital.
And Matthews kicks to Smith. No good on the 3. For Toronto, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. The drive by Siakam.
And the insane athleticism of Siakam excels at probing inside and making the D get aggressive.
The first one falls. Mo Wagner's checked in for the Wizards. Siakam hits them both. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Toronto.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyle Lowry.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Siakam left side. Shoots over Matthews, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to 1 shot.
Basket counts.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And here's Smith. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
I will be back.
This year, the All-Stars are headed to Atlanta for the big event. When was the last time the NBA All-Star Game was hosted by Atlanta?
Was it the year 2000, 2001, 2002, or 2003? It has been a minute.
Let's get the starting at the power forward, Harry Giles. At the center, Mitchell Robinson. At the other forward position, Pascal Siakam. At the point guard, Kyle Lowry. At the other guard position, Fred VanVleet. The head coach of the visiting team is Nick Nurse. At center, standing 6'8", number 44, Robert Williams. At power forward, standing 6'8", number 27, Daniel Tice. At the point guard position, standing 5'11", number 8, Kemba Walker. At the other guard position, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 0, Jason Tatum. Your head coach is Brad Stevens. Let's hear it for your Boston Celtics.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Most people know that the Celtics are big proponents of analytics. And their star Jason Tatum said, it's helped me a lot, knowing what works best. It starts by attacking the basket, trying to get more layups and free throws. That opens up the game. Not avoiding mid-range shots, but getting in a rhythm first. And it's been working. Kevin?
It sure has. Thanks, DA. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. Look at the Kings. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And I feel like Toronto, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Giles is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Lowry. And it's Robinson in at the center position. And for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum. And it's Williams at the center, filling out the middle. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you now have gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because that's you're still thinking you can be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
How confident is Jaylen Brown in his handle? The dribble drive through traffic, really nice.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. The drive by Lowry. Up and in on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Williams. After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Tatum against Siakam. 5 to shoot. Shot's good by Walker.
Well, if you take away the 3 and you take away the drive, Kemba Walker simply gets to his mid-range game. That's why scoring at 3 levels is huge.
Now here is Lowry. Against Washington, he was really on his game. For 3, VanVleet comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
And with Kyle Lowry, the assist numbers don't jump off the page at you, but he has fantastic vision, and his decision-making is also elite.
Greg, for me, what stands out about Kyle Lowry is his willingness to adjust his game based on what his team needs. There's been times in his career where he's been a go-to scorer, and his three-point shooting can be infectious to his team. That toughness on the drive really strikes you. But there's also been times where he takes a back seat to scoring and says, all right, time to get my guys involved. He can do either.
Now here's Tatum. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Philadelphia.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lowry, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now Walker, he just could not put it together in that loss to Philadelphia. They double-team Walker, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Raptors with the ball. Raptors leading by 3. Lowry with the ball. He has 7. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Here's Van Vliet. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. And now the first timeout called here for Boston. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. Number 1, the Raptors.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
That one goes. Count it.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
This is his first free throw of the game. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
1:37 left in the first. Here's Pritchard. Down low, Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Toronto leading by 5. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Powell. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Pritchard. Passes it to Smart. And Pirtle pulls it down. For Toronto, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
There's 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Pritchard. The pass to Smart. Over to the wing. Here's Pritchard. Toronto grabs the miss. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Smart deciding where to go with it. 1 second left, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
Smart is out there with Teague. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Green, and it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Clock at 4. That one drops for him.
You know, doesn't it seem in today's NBA, every point guard has a floater, and Jeff Teague is no exception.
Teague against Van Vliet. It's stolen by Green. Teague left side, trying to get open is Thompson. That shot missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Now here's Teague. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And there it is for him.
Jeff Teague's such a seasoned veteran. He knows exactly what to do when the defense is playing them in the pick and roll.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Thompson. Jason Tatum comes in for Daniel Tice. Brown, he's checked in for Green. And it's Kemba Walker in for Smart. Now here's Walker. Following the miss by Kyle Lowry. And Walker kicks to Tatum. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Raptors leading by 7.
And moving to a star-laden team last year, Walker continued to produce as he always has.
And the scoring average may have gone down, but that was totally expected. This has been a seamless integration of Kemba Walker. Coach Stevens has got to get some credit here. You allow Kemba Walker to play to his strengths, but you also allow him to thrive in the team situation with other talent.
Good on both. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Outside Lowry. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And here's Walker outside. The rebound by Giles. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Outside Williams. Back to Walker. Williams trying to break free, and Walker gets it to go on the assist by Williams.
Well, do not underestimate, because of where he's finishing, that Kemba Walker's size is going to be a problem. This guy knows how to make the necessary adjustments.
The shot by Lowry, no good. Celtics trail by 11. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Pass to Giles. Here's Lowry. Powell trying to free himself up. Lowry, good. Lowry's got 15 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Boston, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Kemba Walker. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Robinson. Tony Bradley comes in for Giles. OG Anunoby's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Powell.
Well, beautiful stroke from Jaylen Brown. Crucial moving forward that he shoot it well from the perimeter.
Lowry drives in. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Pritchard passes to Thompson. Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Just 5 to shoot. And Thompson kicks to Smart. But they'll get another chance. The 3 from Tatum. Kept alive. Goes up again. Here's Pritchard. The 3-pointer, no good. Raptors leading by 11. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Brown. Outside Tatum. Smart on the wing. On the wing, Thompson. Shoots over Pirtle. Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for the Toronto Raptors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Kyle Lowry has been the story in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
They've really worked the inside well. Wow. Perfection. Getting a lot out of the offense from the paint. And when you're that effective inside, Ernie, Kenny, I know, makes life very hard for your opponent.
Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, it's hard to defend a team that gets red out from the floor. I think the effort was there on D, but they could not come up with a plan to cool them off. We're bound to see a whole different game plan, a whole different approach from them coming out of the break.
And that's going to do it for our half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Robinson is out there with Giles. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Siakam in at the 3, the small forward. Over in the corner, Brown. The kick out to Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Walker's got his third basket of the night.
When you're an open teammate, you've got to be shot ready. And boy, Kemba Walker so efficient in the catch and shoot game.
VanVleet finds Robinson. Pulls up. And again, it's Toronto converting.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Outside Williams. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Walker's shot is off. Toronto leading by 12. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with Greg's supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have, just 1 for 4 from the field, they're struggling.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Green, he's checked in for Boston. Teague comes in for Brown. And Toronto also making a switch. Powell, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Pass to Giles. Powell inside. Teague covering.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Celtics trail by 17. Walker with a clean look, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Walker's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
VanVleet outside. Here's the 3. That one doesn't drop. Now Boston takes it the other way. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Williams finishing it off.
What I really love about this kid, you know, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
Now here's VanVleet. He's got 11 from past the arc, and there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Williams. And Smart subbed in for Green. Walker surveying the floor. To the inside, Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Well, Tristan is starting to develop a sense for how to find contact and working his way to the line.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
Now here's VanVleet. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
VanVleet against Teague. VanVleet attacking, and Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
Tice, no good. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. They trail by 14. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now Thompson, outside, Smart. 4 on the clock. Boston, no good that time either.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Teague against Van Vliet. Floats one, and Teague finishes inside. Teague's got 6 points.
What an amazing drive to the cup. Teague seizing the lane to the basket. Boy, defense has simply got to be better than that.
And the Raptors call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Some changes for Boston. Tatum comes in for Daniel Tice, and it's Brown in for Jeff Teague. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Bradley comes in for Harry Giles. OG Anunoby's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet. And Boston has possession. The Raptors getting the bucket. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Thompson finds Tatum. And another basket for Boston.
Well, they've decided to give Tristan Thompson a little bit more opportunity to handle the ball, and what a pretty delivery there.
Right side Lowry, and he converts the layup. Lowry's got 21 in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Brown. Smart on the wing.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Here's Anunoby. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 10 points for him.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Brown wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Toronto Raptors holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Right back after this break. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Games like this, you find out what you can take with you, right? So no matter what, we come all the way back and get over the top, that's great, okay? But we're taking something from this quarter regardless. Play the right way all the way through.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Thompson in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Now here's Thompson. He kicks to Tatum. Back to Thompson, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, Thompson just so focused. Even with the defense in his face, he still has the poise to be able to knock down shots.
Lowry against Walker. Pirtle trying to get open, and the basket is good. Lowry's got 23 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Tatum dishes to Smart. The pass to Thompson. And here is Tatum. Shoots over Bradley. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
This is right in Tatum's wheelhouse. That mid-range is his comfort zone.
Here's Lowry, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Williams, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And the Raptors also making a change. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And in last year's playoffs, we saw zone defense turn the tide in certain games. And Doris, we know when executed well, they can throw an offense completely out of rhythm.
Kevin, I'm going to go back a step further to the Toronto Raptors championship 2 years ago, where they throw a box and 1, a triangle and 2, and multiple zone looks that helps them win a championship. Look no further than Miami's deep run in last year's playoffs. Listen, that can change the whole rhythm of a game. It can force an offense to start second-guessing itself. When you can change the rhythm, the tempo, and mix looks and force a team to think and really operate under duress, it only helps you win ball games.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Raptors. Harry Giles comes in for Tony Bradley. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Tatum passes to Williams. The kick out to Brown. 6 to shoot. And too long on the shot.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Tatum finds Brown. Back to Tatum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Doris, we saw the All-Star game playing to a target score down the stretch. And some think in years to come, the NBA may adopt it for the overtime periods. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you this, Kevin. That All-Star game, I was absolutely riveted to my television. The action was compelling. The defense was compelling. I can't say I've ever experienced that in an All-Star game. I think it's something you have to take a hard look at.
Now, here is Robinson. It's good.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
That's a two-pointer from Walker. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
He dishes it to Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Jason Tatum. Neesmith, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Teagan for Kemba Walker. Over to the left wing. Here's Siakam. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Tatum comes in for Semi Ojeleye. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Neesmith. And it's Kemba Walker in for Teague. Now here's Brown. Rice with the ball. Williams finds Tatum. Off target with his three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Lowry from outside drains it from beyond the arc. Lowry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Tatum drives in. Walker the pass to Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, if you think about Fred VanVleet's handle and his ability to operate at different speeds, you understand how effective he can be on the drive.
Now here's Tatum. Brown kicks to Tatum. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Shemi Ojeleye comes in for Daniel Tice. Neesmith, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Teague in for Kemba Walker.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Raptors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyle Lowry.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And Teague, here we go.
Boy, Jeff Teague is so used to, at this point in his career, taking a pounding on the drive. This is one tough guard.
Free throw good, Teague.
At the line for Jeff Teague will be at the line shooting.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Here's Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in. Lowry's got 33.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about
Okay, thanks for watching. I'm going to end it. Go Raptors, go. Bye.